What's up, burritos? Happy full moon. Reverend Dave here. Today, we're going to do the final part 3 of Candle Magic series. And today, we're going to be talking about consecrating and dressing your candle and reading candle flames. So, let's start. What does to consecrate mean? Basically, to consecrate basically means to declare something or someone sacred or holy to be used specifically for a divine purpose. And consecrating also is a time to call upon any deities, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, whatever you use and choose in your spell work is a good time to call on them to help you and to protect you and to carry your manifestation from this realm to the spiritual realm. And I read one time, or one thing, I forgot where was that, but this one author says, and I love the way he put it, he says, one of the benefits of consecrating is it is a weapon of deliverance and helps in destroying wrong imaginations. I don't know why, but I love that. I love the way that's put. So, and of course, I'll give you a couple examples of what consecrating means if you don't really grasp that whole notion yet. In Christianity, or say like especially in Catholic Church, they consecrate the wine and the Eucharist to represent the body and blood of Christ, right? We all know that. Okay, and as for a person, like I myself was consecrated, this piece of white lint is bugging me, my camera. When I became a pastor in 1990, it was, I was ordained and consecrated by the church, by pastors and stuff like that, to go out and do my thing. So, to dress a candle, today we're mostly talking about consecrating tools and your altar space and things like that specifically. Now, what does it mean to dress your candle? Dressing a candle basically means to anoint your candle with oils and specific herbs for your specific intention. We talked about the other videos. Hopefully you've seen videos part 1 and part 2 to get to this point. Okay? Because it's, like I said, there's a lot of work to it. It is a ritual, and it should be done in accordance to your spell work or whatever to do it right and properly. Now, today, I'm going to talk to you about how to consecrate a candle and how to dress it. And I figured today I'm going to be using a green candle to represent money because I'm getting ready to refinance my house. So I figured, why not? And and of course, as for I cannot speak today. For demonstration purposes only, basically, I'm showing you how to get to this point because you should already have taken the other steps to get to this point, okay? And the ritual itself is a very personal thing, and everybody has their own ways of doing things and stuff like that. So I'm giving you the basics and of what I'm doing and how I do it and what I'm going to do for this particular money ritual. So what you'll need, first of all, you need to gather all your tools. And like I said, hopefully you follow the other videos and before you get to this point, to cleanse all your tools. Okay. Charge your tools or your candle. And like I said, it's a good time to inscribe any sigils on it or whatever you want to do with it. Okay. So once you get to that point, you're ready to go. So what you'll need in this particular ritual that I'm going to do, okay, you'll need a mortar and pestle, okay, And this is my molcajete. It's 130 years old, passed down to my grandma. You've seen it in my other videos. So I love using this. It's very special to me. Okay, mortar and pestle. Colored candle, of course, with the holder. And disclaimer, side note, make sure you do it in a safe space, a safe, proper space for your candle to burn. You can, of course, put it in a holder, put it in a bowl, or what have you, but somewhere that burns safe. You don't want to burn your house down. And then, if you don't have a green candle, you can use a gold candle. Gold represents royalty, riches, whatever. You can use that, or a white candle. Remember we talked about the absence of color. You can use that as a substitute. And now, as for oils, there are oils and herbs that pertain to different types of spell work. And I gave you a list of oils in my other video, so hopefully you paused and wrote them down or whatever. But here's a small list of oils and what I'll be using. You can use amber oil, vanilla, bergamot, jasmine, orange blossoms, patchouli, cinnamon, allspice, almond. Okay, now, once again, if you don't have any of those, olive oil is the best alternative for you to use. Okay, don't use baby oil, don't use petroleum jelly or whatever and that stuff. Don't use it. Okay, so use one of those. In my case, and I was looking for oils to use to dress my candle with. I'm picking out the flavors or whatever, and I swear to God, this particular money drawing oil flew off the shelf. It literally fell. I mean, I'm like, okay, spirits, are you telling me to use this one? I'll use it. So there's oil. Now for herbs, alfalfa, catnip, coffee grounds is good to help speed it up. Okay. Bay leaves, peppermint, bergamot, ginger. Now, for the herbs, you don't have to use all of them. You can use any mixture of them, but at least use at least one of them. Okay, because you're dressing your candle, so you want to use at least one of them. Now they say rosemary, of course, is basically a substitute for any herb, so you can do that as well. Today, I'm going to be using catnip, peppermint, and alfalfa from Holy Santo. Okay, so those are herbs, and then you're going to need some coins. Any denomination, but I like to use one of each. Pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. Okay. And then a clean, safe office space. That's basically what you need. So, and that's basically it. So now what we're going to do, this is the time when whatever you're going to consecrate, whatever you're going to do, you want to do it now before you dress your candle, because once you anoint your candle and stuff like that, and it's all oily and you're dressing and everything is on there, you don't want to rub it off, you don't want to get it all over your hands. So before you dress it, cleanse, charge, consecrate your candle. Now, once again, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to give you a basic version or whatever, how to do it. Now, what I do, cup it between your hands and meditate, okay? And call upon any guides that you want to use for that particular spell, whatever they're known for or whatever. Call upon them now. And then you could say something like, in the divine name of the goddess who breathes life into us all, I consecrate and charge this candle as a magical tool for prosperity and for all. You can say something like that. Okay? And now, when you're done doing that, go ahead, set it in your aside for a minute. Okay. Now, I'm also going to use, this is an optional thing, but it's something you can do when you're talking about sigils and things like that. But bay leaves are another good thing. Now, what I like to do is take the bay leaf, and especially for a money spell, I'll draw the symbol of a $sign on there, okay, on one side. On the other side, the number 8. Because the number 8 is the symbol for infinity. So you want it never ending. You want that money coming in, never ending, prosperity. You want that going. So what I do, after I draw that on there, I put that in my bowl to crush up. So you take your stone or whatever you have to crush it up with. Okay, and you don't want to make it a fine powder. Okay, you can, that's fine, but I like it to be a little bit chunky because it makes the candle look pretty, and then you can see it on there and whatever and what have you. So after you grind that up, now a substitute for, I use this bowl a lot because obviously I use chime candles a lot, so they fit in there fine. But if you're using a big candle, like a taper candle or whatever, and you don't have it doesn't fit in there, a good alternative is a piece of wax paper. It's gonna like a, I don't know, 1x1, 2x2 piece of wax paper, and do it on there. No, easy. Okay, but don't burn it. Don't burn the wax paper. So now that you have your stuff crushed up, we're going to anoint the candle. Now, some people, and I don't know if it's written in stone or whatever, but you can get the oil, some on your fingertips. Some people say to anoint the candle from the middle to the top, flip it over, middle to the bottom. Some people do it top to bottom, some people do it bottom to top, in one stroke. For me, this is my personal thing, because the way that I look at it and the way I see it, I do it from top to bottom, because as a candle burns, you want that, you're receiving something, you're asking for something, it's coming to you. If you go bottom to top, to me that's banishing and releasing and letting go of something. That's the way I look at it. Just like when, we've talked about it before, when you're doing a freezer spell or whatever, or you're using paper and you're writing something down, for banishing or releasing something, you do it counterclockwise, you fold it opposite of you. But if you're receiving something, you fold it clockwise or towards you. Okay? So towards you is to receive, away from you is to banish. Just remember that. So that's how I look at it when I'm dressing my candles. So, once again, top to bottom. And try not to get any oil in the wick either. So with your dry hand, you can hold the wick. And you want to saturate it pretty good. Okay? And then roll the candle. You can roll it a couple times. Some of it will stick, some of it won't. Whatever. So basically, your candle looks like this. Okay? Now, I don't know, it depends on where you do it. Make sure you have a clean space, it's cleansed, things out of the way or whatever. But you want enough room to put your candle in the middle and take your coins. I put them in my pocket. Okay? Take your coins and you're going to put the coins around your candle. Okay? Now, put the coins around the candle, and at this time, light your candle. So, now, when you light your candle, you can recite any incantation that you have. You might have your own that you like. You may draw one up, whatever. But here's a couple that I use. I have one that's like pretty easy, pretty simple to memorize, and one for like tonight, full moon, or better yet, a waxing moon, to say. But like easy one. Money, money, 3 times 3. Money, money, come to me. Money grow, money mine. Money, money, 3 times 3. Money, money, come to me, so mote it be. Pretty easy. Or, like I said, on a full moon, or better yet, a waxing moon, you can say something like, lovely lady of the moon, bring to me your wealth right soon. Fill my hands with silver and gold. All you give, my hands can hold. As I will it, so would it be. Say those, pretty simple. Light your candle, okay? Visualize, once again, that prosperity coming to you and all these things, whatever your intention is, and asking your guides to carry them out. So, you've done that. Now you're ready to rock and roll. So, after you've done that, sorry, Joe Biden, pulling my driveway. When you light your candle and you're meditating, doing your thing, whatever, here's a couple ways to read your flame. And I've had this a couple times. Now, when you do divination through fire, it's called pyromancy, and that's my preferred method of divination. If a candle has a hard time lighting, it means the type of spell work that you're doing is not the right one. Try something else. Okay? That's if the flame doesn't light, or a hard time lighting it. But then also, too, it could be something that you might have gotten oil on it or whatever. Like I said, once again, try to keep your wick clean. And for me, it's something I just have, but I take my wick and I kind of twist it and make it straight so it burns clean. But now if the flame splits in two, that means that there might be some negative energy or some other energies getting involved that you might not want, or they're unwanted, whatever. So you may have to do a little more protection, a little more cleansing, whatever. And also, too, I don't know if I talked about it in my earlier videos, I forgot. But depending on how ritualistic, I suppose, you get with your particular spell, whether it's at an altar or what, it's probably good to cast a circle for protection if it's a big spell. I mean, you know. So, if the flame is really high, and I've had this happen, I'm like, whoa. But if the flame is burning really high, tall, just perfect flame, that means there's a lot of power and energy behind it, and you're going to have a positive outcome. It's good to know. Now, if the flame burns really low, there's some kind of opposing force against it. And I don't want to say it's necessarily bad. It just may be your guides saying no. Who knows? And then if your flame pops and crackles kind of like a fireplace or whatever, that's basically your spirits, your spirit guides, whatever, trying to speak to you in some way. Someone's trying to communicate with you, if that happens. And only you would know that. So, if a flame wants to go out after you light it, and it keeps going out or whatever, that means, I'm sorry, if the flame doesn't go out when you're trying to extinguish it, that means the spirits are saying, wait, don't put it out yet. We're not done. Let it burn. Okay? Or if you have to leave and you don't want to trust it burning, come back in half an hour. Try it again. See if it'll go out. If the flame goes out while it's lit, and I've had this happen too, so, I mean, a lot of these flames I think I've had happen. But the flame goes out while it's lit, and you're going or whatever. Basically, the spirits are saying they can't help you. The answer's already been determined. Let it go. So, that is the final installment of my candle magic series. Hope it helps. I hope it works out for you. Like I said, once again, this is for demonstration purposes only, so I'm not going to get, show you my ritual. I'm not going to get hardcore into it, but, So, when your candle burns down, and I'm going to leave you with this, when your candle burns down, you're done with your spell, it's a good time to light a particular incense for gratitude and give thanks to your spirit guides for helping you in this. That's what I do. I plan on doing one tonight, maybe, if I get a chance. So, you guys, thanks again for watching. Stay tuned. I got a new video coming up, new series. It's going to be a little controversial, so stay tuned for that. Do no harm, take no shit. Bye.